back to Venus and Cancer Astrology Podcast. I'm Giada.
I'm London.
And today we're going to be talking about Capricorn season.
Oh, we love our Cappies.
So I feel like it's very fitting that Capricorn season is around the same time as the new year.
Okay.
So how are you preparing for the new year?
Am I a Capricorn, and are you asking me because I'm a Capricorn?
No, you're not a Capricorn. But Capricorn season affects everyone, even if you're not a Capricorn.
Oh, do you want to describe how so, and then you can ask me the question again?
Yes. So, like we said last episode, because it's Sagittarius season, everyone is feeling like the energy of Sagittarians.
Got it.
In terms of like being more impulsive and spontaneous. When Capricorn season comes around, the same thing happens. And it's like we're all under the sign.
The influence of the sign.
Exactly. The influence of the sign.
Okay. In that case, I actually have been feeling a little bit more Cappy-like.
But despite that, like not necessarily like how are you aligning with Capricorn season, it's more so like how do you prepare for a new year? That's my question.
Oh, okay, so just in general.
Yeah.
Not like...
Do you have rituals that you do or goal setting?
I'll tell you something. I kind of set new goals every season.
Mm-hmm.
I find it a little bit cheesy. I know this is a little controversial, but like I find it a little bit cheesy to like wait until the new year to set new goals. Like I think every day is a new day. And we should constantly be thinking about like, how do I be the best version of myself? So in all honesty, like I'm not really like, oh, it's the new year and I'm going to set new goals. I kind of just do it every season. So like the beginning of winter, I just start to think about like my goals and I do an inventory and I'm like, okay, what friends am I close to? Like, how are they aligning with my purpose? Like I ask myself all these questions. So I'm saying all these questions, but I just gave one example. So another example is like a health and fitness goal. So yeah, I just, that's kind of how I prepare in general.
I, on the other hand, do have a very specific thing that I do like every new year.
Okay.
For the past, I think since like 2020 or 2019. Yeah. Since 2019, I've been doing a vision board every year.
Okay, got it.
And it's like been the most life-changing thing that I've ever done.
I am so with you on the vision board thing. It's not even funny. I don't do it like towards the new year. I just do it like once a year whenever I'm feeling like the urge and inspired. But I want to know like, because I'm such a believer in like manifesting the things that you want.
Yeah.
What's one or more than one thing that has like come true for you?
Oh, so many. And I can literally pull out my vision board now and it'll be crazy and insane.
You want to pull it out?
Yeah, I can pull it out. But before that,
okay.
So every year I like set a date to make my new vision board and I always do it before the new year just because that's where it aligns for me.
Okay.
And so I select photos on Pinterest, I print them out at CVS and I glue them on my board and that's my board forever.
Oh my God. I didn't know anyone else. Pinterest. I knew other people Pinterest, but I didn't know they go to like CVS, print it out and put it on the board. Because that takes like extra work.
Yeah.
And you have to be like a serious manifestor to want to do that, to go to that degree. I think you are the first person other than myself who
really?
does that. I swear. And it reminds me of the first time we met and I'm like, oh my God, you're the first person who like talks about all the birth charts and like
so
the signs. So that's amazing.
I do. No, I make it like a whole event. Like I've done it with friends. I've done it by myself.
Okay.
I really like dedicate time to it and I look forward to it every single year.
You sound like a very fun person.
Thank you.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
so
I'm a fun person.
I love it. That sounds so fun.
And then we'll go back to the vision board because I want to pull mine out now. But in terms of rituals, when I lived in Miami, Florida, and even still, because I tend to like be in Miami for the new year and the holidays.
Okay.
I always like made it a little goal for myself to go into the ocean on New Year's Day.
I like that, to like just like cleanse and start anew.
Exactly. But
that's beautiful.
Going to the beach in Miami on New Year's Day is like crazy because everyone has the same idea, I guess, whether spiritual or not.
I love that.
Everyone decides to go to the beach on New Year's Day.
It's like a celebratory thing.
Yeah, and not only that, but like people go straight from their New Year's party to like go see the sunrise at the
beautiful.
beach.
Yeah, it Miami is for the new year now. That sounds awesome.
It really is beautiful and awesome. Finding parking, not so beautiful and awesome, but being there and receiving like the first day of the new year on the beach is beautiful.
That's beautiful. And they have like such clear water compared to like California where I'm from and in New York. I mean,
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like warm enough to go in the water on New Year's Day.
Love that.
I mean, it's still cold for a Miami person, but it's not actually cold compared to what it should be or what it is in other parts of the world.
It makes it more inviting. I love that.
Okay, back to the vision board. I think my goals on here are more abstract. I wish I had my last year's.
You were more specific in the last year one?
Yeah, I was. Like moving to New York specific. And I'll tell that story. Oh
my God.
So when I did, and I can insert a picture of it because I definitely have a photo of it on my phone. But when I made my vision board for 2024, 2024? No. What's this? Oh yeah. When I made my vision board for 2024, I was living in Miami, working in Miami, and I put a photo of an airplane, and then I put a photo of an apartment with a view of New York City.
I'm gonna die. This is my story. Dude, are we... I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. This is literally my story. I'm so sorry. We are such twins. Please, continue. I'm literally, like, internally shivering. Okay, go ahead.
So, I had done it all on Pinterest first. I printed it out. I was cutting out the photos, pasting it on the board. And I remember when I pasted down the photo of the apartment with the view of New York City, I was like, oh my God. Like, I got a little bit of fear, and I was like, what if it actually happens? And I was like, like, it won't happen. It's fine.
What the fuck?
And then it literally happened. And then October of the next year, I mean, not the next year, November of that year.
Okay.
I was living in New York.
Wait, but was it like, I don't want to give away mine because it's like very specific. So then when I say it, like the end of the story, I'm going to ask you if that part is true for you too. So I did that on the vision board. And then I kind of just forgot about it. I was like, what if it comes true? And then I was like, it won't come true. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then as the year progressed, like things were just coming up in my life. My friend was like, oh, we should move back to New York. And I'm like, I always wanted to move back to New York. Mm-hmm. It was always like a thing I wanted to do. So I'm the right person to say, let's move to New York too. Mm-hmm. But I was still kind of scared. And so at that time I asked for like signs. And I got all the signs, and I moved to New York. You know what Carl Jung says about signs?
What?
That they're just confirmation of what we internally really want, but it isn't always like the universe speaking to us. It's kind of like what we choose to see, and then we almost like see more of that thing that we usually don't pay attention to otherwise, but that's just Carl Jung. I believe, and I know you believe this too, that there are actual signs from the universe that do confirm the things that you really want to know about.
I do, because there are just so many things that have happened that are signs that are out of my control. Like things that you're like, on what scale?
Yeah. I totally get it.
How?
I totally get it.
Like what are the freaking odds or like the chances?
Listen, my best friend actually was like, okay, if I'm meant to do this, like, show me something purple in like the next 10 minutes. Okay. And she was just walking like on the sidewalk and just like literally walking like 2 blocks. And this like purple Cadillac drives by with like hydraulics and just super loud music. And it's like drawing everyone's attention. And she's like, okay, what the hell? Like really, like there are barely any purple cars, and she was in a specific area where you don't really see that ever.
It's true.
Just very interesting.
So I have 2 sign stories that, you know, maybe this is the time to talk about.
Talk about the signs.
So when I had said like I kind of want to move to New York, my friend wants to move to New York. It's kind of all lining up. Should I take the jump? Like, should I take the risk? Because that would have entailed like quitting my job, and I didn't have anything lined up in New York. So it's like I was quitting to go to the unknown.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
A Capricorn would never do this.
Never.
Okay.
It's true.
Continue.
Never.
shit. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I'm just like, never say never, because like, who knows what else is in their chart,
unlikely.
in their birth chart, but like,
okay,
very
fine.
unlikely.
Yes.
Very unlikely.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, if I'm meant to move to New York, show me a yellow taxi. And so on my way to work that day, I was looking for it, you know, similar to what Carl Jung says. I was looking for it. And like, kind of behind a building, I could see like maybe like half of a taxi. And I was like, that does not count. Like,
it's like you're still split. Do I stay?
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't count. So I didn't consider that a sign. I'm like, no, it needs to be obvious. Whatever. Day goes on, I got to work, I work. And that night I was working a concert, so I didn't get home till like 2 a.m. And in the area that I live in Miami, there's not that many taxis. Like, unless you're at the airport, like, I don't really see any taxis.
Yeah, I don't associate Miami with taxis, more so in New York.
Yeah, and especially with like Uber now, like, it's just not as common.
Yeah.
So I leave work at like midnight. I get home at like 1 a.m. and I get to, my neighborhood has a security guard gate. And so I get to the gate, and the sticker on my car that like lets me in wasn't working.
Okay.
And we had just gotten this new like gate guard house that's soundproof apparently.
Oh,
because I was like honking my horn, like trying to get the security guard's attention to like let me in. Literally nothing was working.
So I was like saying like you were meant to be stuck there for whatever reason.
was stuck there.
Okay.
And there's 2 lanes. There's the visitors lane that's closest to the guardhouse, and then the resident lane that's a little bit further. So I was in the resident lane, stopped, and I was like, great, I'm gonna have to get out of my car and like literally knock on the glass for this guy to hear me. So I'm like unbuttoning my seatbelt, and then I look over to my left, and in the visitor lane, a taxi pulls up.
Okay, I can't. That's fucking crazy. I need to have a peanut M&M during that.
Go have a peanut.
Literally, that is nuts.
So a taxi pulls up, and I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. Because like in my house, I was literally stuck there because my sticker for some reason didn't work. Like, it was like so many things, right?
That's insane.
Insane. But that's not it. That's not all, folks. There's more.
Do you want a peanut M&M?
There's more. I'm okay.
Okay. Continue.
But wait, there is more. So also on my vision board, this same vision board, I had Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. And on top of that picture, I had a photo of Sabrina Carpenter in concert because I just wanted to see them both. And a few months earlier, I had tried to like make it work to go to a Sabrina concert, but it just, it didn't work with my work schedule, and I'd have to drive. Like, long story short, I didn't get to see her in her like tour concert.
Sure.
But I did have tickets to go see Taylor Swift in New Orleans for the Eras Tour. So I'm in New Orleans for the Eras Tour, and Taylor Swift has this section in the show where she does 2 surprise songs. And like no one knows what they are. It just happens, and you're there in that moment.
It's like the mystery flavor.
Okay. So we're there. She starts playing her surprise song, and the surprise song that she plays in New Orleans is Welcome to New York.
Yeah, I hear you.
What?
I hear you.
So I'm like, we're in
New Orleans.
How?
Like, what are
this
the
odds? This is like the biggest star in the world. Like, how on earth would my brain, like, how could I, challenging Jung's theory, like, how could I
have like looked for that?
Right?
Yeah, I get it. I totally
Not only
get
that,
it.
like, I flew to this concert, like, I had so many things had to
so
happen
many,
for me
that's
to
what I was
be
gonna
there.
say. So many steps that you had to take that it's not coincidental.
And if that wasn't obvious enough, so she does 1 surprise, she does 2 total. So that was the first surprise song. The second surprise song, she brings out Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, you were just you just manifested.
I was like,
that is crazy. I love this.
But how does manifestation have so much power, in quotes, to even influence like the greatest artists and celebrities ever? That's why I'm like, the vision board is so powerful.
It is really powerful, but I think we're powerful.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we are just bodies of energy, and we're pulling it towards us. Or we're like somehow channeling, and we're being pushed towards like New Orleans instead of like this venue. You know what I mean? Somehow.
Like, the tickets, I even bought those tickets like 2 years in advance.
Okay,
like,
let me explain. I need to switch to my manifestation story because it is very, very similar to the 2-year thing.
Yeah.
So I was a little scaredy cat. I didn't want to leave my family and my friends, although I really didn't like the vibe of LA post-COVID. It was just, I don't know what it was. It just felt like energetically stagnant. Like, you know when you have a lot of chemistry in a relationship with someone and then it just dies? Like, it slowly dies and you're like, wait, I want to get this back. I want to feel the attraction again. And like, you have to like force it. Or you're on a date and for whatever reason, you just don't feel it, although they have everything right on paper. This was my experience of LA. I was like, God, I just feel like done with LA. Mm-hmm. And I was like, where do I want to go? I'm like, I love, love, love Manhattan specifically. Mm-hmm. I'm such a city person. And like, I loved how it was just like compact and everybody like walks and it's closer to Europe and all these things. So I was very scared and I told myself, okay, if my relationship doesn't work out, this is going to be like my catalyst. But I told myself that like 3 years prior to me moving to New York. So 3 years before I moved, I was typing on my computer and looking for images, not really doing the Pinterest thing. Okay. And I put big city. I literally put big city rooftop view, modern building. I didn't specify where, because at the time I was like, I really want to go to New York, but what if like maybe London or maybe like Toronto? I'm like, I'm just gonna write out what I wrote out and see where I end up.
Yeah.
I literally dragged and dropped 8 photos of literally like rooftops with city views. And for whatever reason, I was compelled to label them like home number 1, home number 2, whatever. And I put home number 1 on a specific one. Now, fast forward 3 years later, me and my girlfriend break up. And I'm like, oh my God, do I stay? Do I go? And I was like losing my mind asking for signs. Like it was really intense for me. And every time I asked for a sign, I would literally have like a car cut in front of me and the license plate was New York. But it was like literally 3 minutes later. Just really, really synchronistic. I'm not gonna like bore you with the other details of the signs right now. But all I wanna say is I decided to move to New York. I was on my computer. I forgot all about like the drag and drop images, okay? And I get to New York and I'm like unpacking everything and I have this like compelling feeling to just like organize my folders on my computer. And I go to the manifestation folder and let me backtrack. This detail is really important. I'm sorry. I'm like going in a round circle, but like this detail is so important. Before I moved to New York, I asked for the biggest sign. I was eating spicy tuna and crispy rice at a sushi place. In walks a couple. I'm like, you guys are from New York. You have a New York vibe. They're like, oh my God, how'd you know? And then I go, do you by any chance have like a subleaser or someone that you know who's subleasing their place? She says my best friend. And I talked to this best friend and she had like she's like, yeah, I have like really good furniture, like West Elm. It's like bougie and this, that, very much like Leo energy. And I decide to move to that building. Okay. So fast forward, I'm in my building, her building, and I go up to the rooftop and I'm like, wow, this rooftop looks so familiar. I'm like, where do I know this rooftop from? I go back down. The story's a little convoluted. Sorry, my timelines are fucked. I go back down. I click on my manifestation folder. I double click on home number 1. It is the exact same home, the exact same rooftop. It was nuts. Like I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. But here's the crazy part. 3 years later, like manifestation can work. Like 3 years later, and then you know what it made me wonder? Like we can block our own manifestations through fear. And I kept saying, I'm too scared. Absolutely. I'm too scared. But I put it out there, and it happened 3 years later.
Yeah. Well, even looking at this, so the way that I do my boards is I'll like pick a phrase for the year, and I'll kind of like stick with it.
Okay.
And the phrase that I chose for 2025 is I have a beautiful life, and I want to say that I have never felt that way about my life except now. Like,
really?
Yes. Like, that statement is the most true it's ever been, ever.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, like I really feel it and I've embodied it. So even though the other things are pretty abstract, that is pretty true.
That's beautiful.
The other thing I have on here that is very concrete and not abstract at all is Love. I have a photo of Love Cat, which is a band performing, and I literally saw them in concert last week.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
See?
And this is a band from England. Like, they don't
commonly tour.
Haven't yet, like, they're still a small band, so they haven't done that many, like, I think this is their first, like, big tour. North America, and when I say big, like,
it's still, like, small
it's
relative
still small,
to, like, other...
exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Like, huge for them, and huge in general.
Right.
But, yeah. So
not like large scale. That's incredible. This is so
yeah,
beautiful with like all the flowers and the waterfalls.
Yeah.
You guys
also, well, I live like 10 minutes away from Central Park, so there's a lot of nature on here.
That's
and I feel like I'm getting my nature in that way.
I love that.
I'm actually putting out a song very soon. I've written songs. Yeah.
Okay.
I like to sing.
I love that.
I've written songs, and I actually worked up the courage to put a song out there.
Okay, well, I definitely want to hear it.
Thank you. And there are a lot of things here that I'm confident are still in motion.
Yeah, that are going to happen.
Yeah.
That's incredible. You know what's funny? In my manifestation board for this year, it's been a really tough year for me in terms of like internal healing. And I kept asking myself, God, why is this year so challenging? I went back to LA and I opened my trunk because my car is just parked there for months at a time. I saw my vision board and it was like healing inner child. And it was like dad, like father. I had written that out and had like a picture of me and my dad, and then like mother wound and inner child and a picture of like me and my mom and Bitcoin and other things, of course, which, knock on wood, it has been going up. We love it. And it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, I have been such a sensitive Sally this whole freaking year. I'm like, oh my God, everything reminds me of my parents. I'm like, enough already. I'm like 37. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. And I've worked through it in therapy for years and I haven't thought about it in so long, but I really think like we subconsciously put it out there, and now I think we should talk about Capricorns.
Yeah, I mean, when you ask for healing and spiritual awakenings and all these things, like, they're difficult things to work through.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do anything healing wise on my board again. I'd just rather keep it like really positive. It was so hard. No, it was like positive. You know what? Yes. Why don't you put healing on your board? No. But like inner child healing with each parent, like really getting super deep.
Yeah.
And then come back to me.
Yeah, that's a little intense.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to fast track it.
Yeah. All right. Well, the reason why I connected New Year rituals with Capricorn is because Capricorns are ruled by Saturn.
Yes.
Which we know.
Yes. And Saturn represents, we've said this before, but like the strict disciplinarian, like the father who's like, hey, get your shit together, or else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a masculine energy. Saturn.
Mm-hmm. But it's also like, yeah, it's kind of like good for recentering and figuring out like where you want to be disciplined in your life.
For sure.
So it's no coincidence, I think, that it's tied to the new year where we're, as a society, everyone's like, what are your goals for the year?
Right.
And what are the things you want to achieve? They don't call it goals. What do they call it?
I don't know. Like, resolutions.
Resolutions.
I was going to say objectives. Like all
resolutions.
But you know what I'll say about Capricorn? Like the symbol is the goat, but like the goat going up a mountain. Mm-hmm. And they are so, what is it, like purpose-driven, goal-oriented. Speaking of goals, they're very much, they're known to be like workaholics, and their whole thing is about being productive, or they don't feel good about themselves. And they're all about, like, they're an earth sign, so they're all about like accumulating like earthly symbols of like success, like a house, a car, really nice jewelry, or if it's not nice jewelry, it's something that makes them feel really centered and strong and proud of themselves.
Yeah.
I've never met a Capricorn that isn't, by like conventional standards, successful. Really, I haven't.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge part of their sign. Like when I hear Capricorn, I think like boss babe.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. 100%.
Which makes sense because it's connected to, it's ruled by the 10th house,
which is also known as the midheaven, which governs career.
Yes. The midheaven is how others perceive you.
Tell me more.
So the midheaven can be in the 10th house, like it usually is in the 10th house,
because
but
that's
not
what I've
always
heard.
in the 10th house.
Seriously? I've always heard it's like definitely connected to that.
It depends how you like. So if you view the birth chart with whole signs, then I think it is most of the time in the 10th house. But if you use another method to view the birth chart, it could be in the 9th or the 11th. But it is like
close
9,
to the
10, 11. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. And also known as the MC.
Yes.
Basically it reveals like your public persona, or like how other people view you or perceive you. Yeah.
In terms of like your success, and they look up to you, or they're like, wow, look at that person. That's the same thing as look up to you, but like all their achievements and how you're seen in the public eye. Basically,
and how you're remembered.
Yeah, totally.
And the 10th house is the house of career, which I think we just mentioned.
Yes. Interesting.
Yeah. So where do you have Capricorn in your chart?
I have it in Neptune, and it's in the 5th house, which is ruled by Leo, and it governs like happiness, joy, being playful. But here's the thing, like Neptune is known for like illusions and kind of like two forms of illusions. One, thinking you're seeing something a certain way and then having the rug ripped out from under you. Sorry, this is kind of dark, but I've had a really, really tough healing year, you know what I'm saying? And then it's also known for the illusions for one kind of deluding themselves. I would say I say that about myself actually, because my Neptune is opposite my Venus. So anything that Neptune touches is like either self-delusion or like illusions outside of you. So it's interesting. Like for me, it's opposing my Venus, which represents romantic relationships. And so I've always kind of seen my partners the way I wanted to see them. And then suddenly I'm like, who is this person? Months later, which people will always like share that, oh, it's common to like think you know someone and then you're like disillusioned by who you thought they were. But my placement is like the prominent of that thing. Like it is really, really pronounced and overwhelmingly poignant.
Yeah.
So
I have Capricorn in the 2nd house, which I think is helpful for me because the 2nd house is the house of like values and also like finances.
Dinero.
Money. Yeah. I will say like the Capricorns that I know, another thing that I wanted to add is they're so calm and grounded. Like I've never seen a Capricorn freak out.
They really do have like an even keel temperament, although they're very egoic and sensitive to anything that makes them look bad in the public eye, anything that makes them feel like they're not successful, or if someone doesn't think they're successful or insults them and puts them down, it really does like, it like hits them to the core. I've seen that, and I will say that they are very sensitive to rejection. So like they tend to be like suave, smooth, and like romantic relationships they will approach.
Really? I feel
Yeah,
like my experience, like, I feel like it's a joke. It's like a running joke that Capricorns will, like, if they're trying to flirt with you, like, you'll never know they're flirting with you.
You'll never know they're flirting with you. But
they're not really, because they're suave, just because they think, like, that what they perceive as flirting is, like, not.
They're not the best at flirting, but they're almost, like, very direct with, like, saying, hey, you want to hang out? Hey, let's do this. Like, they're the initiators from what I've seen.
I remember having a conversation with one of my best friends who's a Capricorn, and our joke was like, she was like, as a joke, she was like, what the heck? I sent them an email. Like, how do they not know I'm flirting with them?
Okay, they're a little bit dry and they perceive, like, flirting like a job, like either a job interview or, like, working within the corporate space. Yeah. I get that. I have a Capricorn male friend who literally, like, when I hang out with him, we go to places that there's, like, singles parties and stuff, and he'll go up to, like, every cute girl and be like, what's your name? Where you're from? Where are you from? What's your family background? What do you do for work?
And so then that's flirting.
That is flirting to them.
They're like, what do you mean? How do you not know I like you?
Totally, but my point is, like, they're confident, they're the initiator, and if someone rejects them, they're very, very sensitive to that rejection. And I would say, like, okay, your friend is, like, a female. No, she initiated anyway. I have seen a lot of female and male Capricorns be the initiator. Okay. So
maybe we'll get some comments from actual Capricorns.
Actual Capricorns. Nice. I've dated a couple. They've always initiated with me.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about it. Yeah. That's our next question.
Okay.
What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else about the sign of Capricorn, because you know what happened to me last time?
What?
After we filmed Sagittarius, I remembered all these other things about Sagittarius that I didn't mention. Like, one of the things is if you have Sagittarius in your rising,
like you do,
like I do, one of the common things that they say about that is that Sagittariuses have, like, a very athletic build. Like Sagittarius rising, because they say the rising sign also
your physique
is about your physique.
It's the mask you wear to the public eye, but it's also about how you physically look. Like, my rising is Virgo, and it's ruled by Mercury. So it's been said that rising in Virgo is very mercurial looking, which is like chiseled jawline.
You've got that.
And,
for sure.
And like, they also tend to have a lot of, like, angular like, body types, and very evenly distributed. That's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So anything else on Capricorn before we forget?
I don't want to, like, rip on Capricorns, but they tend to not have a lot of emotional depth. So when you ask me that, it's kind of like they're a little bit simple. Like, they're not necessarily deep. They're just like, let me accumulate things. Let me be successful. Let me show my love through acts of service. Not super romantic, but, like, very consistent, very reliable, very responsible. And they are, I'm sorry, again, not trying to say too many negative things. They are pretty critical. They are critical of others and themselves, because in some ways they expect a lot from themselves.
But unlike a Virgo, they keep it to themselves, I think.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say they are more logic focused.
Yeah.
Rather than, like, the emotional part. And so I think they do get a bad rap of being, like, quote unquote boring. But honestly, as a Cancer, I get along really well with Capricorns. Capricorn is the sister sign of Cancer. And so this will lead us into our next question. I've never dated or even been with a Capricorn that I know of, but I think when I'm ready for a healthy relationship, I was
going to say they're very stable, babe. So I think you're having fun still.
For a healthy relationship, like, I think that would be a great sign for me. But one of my best friends is a Capricorn, and I remember I met her when I went to NYU.
Okay.
And she was a transfer, so she was older than me. But I remember feeling like she's so wise, and I think that is a very Capricorn thing, because they are ruled by Saturn, and with Saturn comes a certain, like, wisdom and mastery.
Yes.
In, like, life through discipline and, like, hardships and things like that. And
For sure.
I, like, learned so much from this friend of mine, and still to this day, we're like I don't think I've ever gotten into a fight with a Capricorn.
I've never either, and I find them to be very emotionally resilient, but also
that's
not
saying resilient
emotional.
And stable.
But that's because they're not that emotional. They're just very much like of this world, very, very grounded, which I would like to be more of.
I know. I was gonna say, like, as a Cancer sun and a Cancer moon, like, no wonder they say they balance us out, because if the Cancer is all emotion, all mood swings, waning with the phases of the moon, like I understand that I need the stability of a Saturn.
Yes.
Capricorn
totally.
Saturn.
So when you're ready, you'll have one. I'm sure you'll manifest it on a different board.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so segment, dating history.
Oh, have I dated a Cappy?
Have you dated a Capricorn?
Yes, I dated 2.
Tell us all about it.
Okay. So so the first one was like very pursuant of me, and like would initiate texts and would ask me to come over her house and want to cook for me, and was very physically touchy, which Capricorns, they love like physical touch, and same with Taurus. And she was very, very physical all the time and wanted to like be on me, which I love as a Leo. And I will say this, till this day, I wasn't physically attracted enough where I didn't feel the spark enough. But anytime she said we have a date, I never worried about her being flaky.
Yeah.
Other girls, I was like, oh God, I'm gonna have to confirm with them. Like, are you really showing up? Do you need to reschedule? Especially Pisces. God help me. Like,
especially Pisces.
Jesus.
No, Capricorns stand on business, and I feel like they're like, if they make a commitment,
they stick to it.
Like, they've committed.
I love that because I've dealt with so many flaky people.
Yeah.
So she would show up when she said she would. Very, very punctual. I will say loved nature a lot, and a lot more than I did, because I'm more like city vibes, and she was more like earthy, and let's go on a hike, and let's just like hang out and drink smoothies, and like,
oh, I just thought of another Capricorn.
It's kind of like
because
hippie
of what
vibes.
you said.
Yeah, but they're like really successful, and they can be like in corporate and wear the suit and do all that, but like in their free time, it's like everything organic, which I like, and grass fed, which I like, but also just very much like hippy dippy. And
of the earth.
It's just, I mean, I don't mean as, but that's kind of it. Like, we would have good conversations. They were a little philosophical, but they weren't like emotional or deep.
Well, we have to know that you're looking at it through the lens of a Leo.
Okay, say more.
So, like, as a Leo who thrives on, like, parties and, like, extroversion and, like,
yes,
like, hoopla and, like,
hoopla,
fun.
I love that
like,
word.
Leos, you know, like, for me, who, like, everything you're saying sounds amazing to me.
What? Oh my
Cancer.
God, no.
I'm
I feel like it's
wow,
so boring
this
for me.
Great.
No,
but as a Leo, yeah, I mean, and I think it's important to note that, like, whatever lens you're looking at.
That's
through,
fair. That's a good point.
You know?
Absolutely. But she'd want to, like, her ideal Sunday was like a lazy day in. It's like, shoot me. I would never want.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
See, no, I want to get up, like, go to a Soul Cycle class, like, go have sushi for lunch, and then, like, find a Broadway show to watch in the evening or go dancing. Like, I love that energy. Anyway, I remember I was so worried about telling her why we couldn't continue dating, because I knew she was very rejection sensitive. And when I did, she kept asking me, like, tell me the truth. I know there's something off. And
really?
Yeah, and I didn't want to say anything because I knew that she was very rejection sensitive. I mean, who isn't? But I'm kind of like, again, not on the spectrum, but like, I kind of can act like I am sometimes, where like someone will ask me to tell them the truth and I lack decorum, and I'll just be like, okay, you asked for the truth, so here it is. And they'll be like, oh my God, that's so rude. And I'm like, well, you asked me, so I don't know why you're getting mad at me.
That's so funny.
Anyway, so that happened with her. And then the other Capricorn I dated, the way she showed me love was wanting to start a business together,
That is so Capricorn.
And before she wanted to start a business together, she picked apart my business, which I love because, you know, my whole purpose is like my career. And she was like, okay, you need this marketer and you need to like wear these outfits and I'm going to connect you with like this publicist. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. Like, thank you so, so much. Like, and she cooked for me. I mean, she like in a way was a lot more motherly, which I really liked. But again, she would get frustrated with me because
I feel like there is a parent
or paternal,
there's like a parent element to it where I think it's like a wisdom thing.
Wisdom or just like a love language?
No, I think it's like a wisdom thing because even like Saturn has ties with wisdom.
You're right, because it's elderly.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So I think we associate it as like parental, but in reality what we're describing is like their wisdom.
That's true. Yeah. But also Saturn is known for being like restrictive, which parents are. Like they're disciplinarians. If they're good parents, like they'll give you some boundaries at least.
Boundaries, that's a big one.
They're
for
very
Capricorn.
Very much. But I will say the last thing about the second person I dated that's a Capricorn, like she got mad at me because I wouldn't like hang things around the house and do house chores. And she's like, I don't think you like me that much because you don't do things around the house. And I'm like, I take out the trash and I'll like clean certain things, but that's not my love language. Is like, I write poems and I'll like eye gaze and I will tell you how beautiful you are and, you know, give like thoughtful gifts. So anyway, I think they tend to expect the love language that they give to be received as well.
I think, well, who doesn't though?
Yeah, but sometimes, like if you have a water sign, they can emotionally have like attunement to the other person and be like, okay, well, they're not me, so I can understand. Water signs are a lot more empathic by nature. Capricorns will just be like, how dare you? Like, I do all this for you, and how come you're not doing it for me? They do get a little feisty in that way. At least I've seen that.
I think in terms of acts of service as a love language, like I think that is common for earth signs.
I totally agree.
Because they value like logic and practicality. And
is huge.
Yeah.
Practicality is huge. What about you? Have you dated the sign?
No, like I said, I have never dated a Capricorn or even been with a Capricorn. Which maybe it's because they view commitment as like commitment, you know?
Yeah, they're very like legit about commitment. There's no like gray area. I don't think I know any Capricorn to like have situationships.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, do they kind of have like, do they have fun in that? Well, not to say that that's the only way to have fun, but like, do they do casual things?
I've never met a Capricorn who does.
Okay, if you're a Capricorn and you're listening and you think otherwise, please let us know.
Please. Yes. Although I have known one Capricorn who really like wrung my friend for like she took my friend for a ride. And the whole time was like, I have to heal from my old relationship and I'm still hung up and all this stuff. But like we can have something, you know, we can date, but I'm not ready for a commitment. And I'm like, that is so rare for a Capricorn. And I call bullshit. And I'm like, when she meets someone that she really likes, and I told my friend, like, you have such great qualities, but for whatever reason, this person doesn't appreciate them. And I'm like, when she meets someone she really likes, and it won't be long from now, because I have intuition, I'm like, she is going to drop you and be so committed to that person. Exactly what happened 3 months later.
Good for her. Or them.
Well, good for my friend who like
that's
later
found
someone who appreciates her. Yeah, so I was like, not good for the other one. She kind of took my friend for a ride. But...
No. Good for your friend.
Yeah.
In the future, I want to say for this segment, in the future, our plan is to put a call out so that audience members can call in and tell us about their experience dating a Capricorn.
I love that.
Like we did for Sagittarius.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for that.
Please do.
to submit your stories of when you were dating a Capricorn. And when I say dating, I don't mean like boyfriend, girlfriend. I literally mean like any romantic experience. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be romantic. If you're like, my boss was a Capricorn and I have all these stories, or my mom or my dad, we want to hear it all.
I do have to say, what's popping into my head is I've never met a stingy Capricorn. Like, they tend to be pretty generous financially because they understand.
They know,
they value money.
Yeah.
And they know what it takes to like build and how good it feels to make money. So like they kind of want to, you know,
share the wealth.
Share the wealth, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hence why the girl I dated wanted to build a business together. She's like, you deserve wealth and that's gonna make you happy just the way it made me happy. I'm like, okay. I appreciate it.
I feel like there is a sign though that is known for being stingy, and now I can't remember which one it is.
Scorpio.
Is it?
At least every Scorpio I've dated is very stingy. And even the men that I've known who
Virgos.
You
that
know,
makes sense.
I've never experienced a stingy Virgo.
Well, it's more so, it's less that they're stingy in the sense of like not wanting, it's not that they're not wanting to share wealth. It's more like, is this in the budget? Like, did we budget for this?
Budget
like,
things.
Did we plan for this?
Yes. And Scorpios are secretive about their finances.
Yeah, it just says that right here.
Yeah, they're very much like, because they're so suspicious and they're always worried they're going to get screwed over.
Well, they're also ruled by
Mars.
No, Scorpios.
Mars.
No, Pluto.
No.
It depends in which. So there's Vedic astrology, Vedic astrology, and in Vedic astrology, they have one ruler, which is Mars. But Scorpio is ruled by Pluto.
No, hold on.
In the astrology that I follow.
Okay, well, in the astrology I follow,
look it up.
Ruler of Scorpio, Pluto and Mars.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if you go Vedic, I don't know how to say it. Vedic astrology?
Vedic.
I think it's Mars.
No.
Look up which one.
Okay. Ruler of Scorpio in Vedic astrology. Oh, you're right. Mars.
I'm telling you.
I don't really believe in Vedic. I like the Western. So I guess I'm going to believe it's Pluto now. Okay, I changed my mind.
Well, this is a good topic for our astrology podcast for people that don't know. No,
these
those
are all
ads.
shoes. Oh, okay.
I was looking up to confirm which sign was
the ruler.
Stingy.
Okay, fine.
But also they say Capricorns are disciplined and hardworking. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they might be generous with their wealth, but they're also not doing like impulse purchases or like.
No, they wouldn't do impulse purchases. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So to explain the discussion that we just had about sign rulers, depending on whether you follow Vedic, what did we say? Vedic. Whether you follow Vedic astrology or Western astrology, there was a difference in like planetary rulers for each sign. So that was one that we just ran into. Scorpio in Vedic, did I say it right? Vedic astrology shares the ruler with Aries, which is Mars. But in Western astrology, they're like, no, Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. Well, I think in Western it's just No, you just said the opposite. You just said the same thing I said about Vedic. In Vedic astrology,
I'm sorry.
Mars is ruled by Aries and Scorpio.
You're right.
In Western, they're like, no, Mars rules Aries and Pluto rules Scorpio.
Yes.
And that is what I resonated with. Like, that is the astrology that I've resonated with. And so that's what I follow.
You know what's interesting? As much as like, okay, so yours is Vedic, right?
No, mine is
What
Western.
is wrong with me?
You're confusing our listeners.
Oh my god, okay, I'm not gonna just forget the topic.
No, it's a good topic because I'm sure people are gonna have that question.
Okay, so Pluto, I know, rules the underworld, and now I'm jumping into like, okay, I think Pluto rules Scorpio. So I'm changing my mind.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So the reason why Pluto as the ruler for Scorpio makes sense to me is because Scorpio rules the 8th house.
Transformations, death,
sex,
rebirth,
sex, everything that's taboo.
That's
but
true.
Also another thing that's ruled by the 8th house is inheritance. Like inherited money.
Oh, I didn't know it was ruled by the 8th house.
Mm-hmm. That's in the 8th house.
Wow, I always thought the 2nd house, because 2nd house rules like finances, and so you would assume that that's like money inheritance, but I guess that's more of an action.
And it's more of like the death part of it.
Because if someone dies, you tend to inherit things. Oh my god, I don't like the thought of anyone dying.
Life and death.
See, yeah,
that's
but
part of it.
That's because you have a stellium in like the house that rules Scorpio, so you're okay with it. I'm like, no, I like the lighter side right now.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, death is part of life, and it's beautiful.
I mean, it is, because we're just transitioning. Like the soul is, it's everlasting. It's not like poof, you're gone. But I like to focus on being alive and enjoying the beauties and the luxuries of life. Like,
you're such a Leo.
I know, I love it.
I'm like, no, let's go into the depths. Like, let's cry about it.
Listen, I like that, but I like that too, because I have like Pluto in the 3rd house.
I know.
Which is like communication, and I get.
But
like,
no, I like the dark stuff. Like, let's talk about death forever.
I like talking about death, but maybe like. Not forever, a couple of months, and then we take a break, we go on vacation, and then we go back to the death, basically.
All right.
Is this the end of our episode, the death of it right now? Or
no, don't worry,
more.
Leo.
Okay.
Do you want to try calling a Capricorn?
Yes. She's probably busy with the 3 businesses that she runs too.
That's so funny. No Capricorns have time for us because they're busy running their businesses. That is so funny. Okay, let me see.
Well, I guess like this is pretty indicative of like Capricorn qualities. Like, call a Capricorn, they're too busy to answer, or they're just like, hey, I can't talk right now. I'm busy running multiple businesses.
Yeah.
Hi, love.
Hi.
What's up? You have a podcast?
Yep, it's a new development.
Yay! I love this.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just talked about you a lot because I love you so much and you're my favorite Capricorn
oh my
ever.
God.
And I love
love you too.
I love the energy. My name is London. I'm the other person on the podcast. Hi.
I was about to.
I'm like, where's the intro?
I was going there.
Okay.
Okay, so can you confirm that you're a Capricorn?
Yes.
She's laughing.
When's your birthday?
12/28/1995.
I don't know why it's so
She
hard
gave
for
us
me
the
to say.
year
I
and
love it.
everything. How would you describe yourself?
Oh God. Work oriented. I love a task. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Keep going.
But don't think about it through the lens of a Capricorn. Just think about it as like you.
Well, I'll just describe my day. Like, I finally just put on hard pants. Like, I woke up at 8 and I just like started working, and then I looked at my phone and it was like 4:45, and then I was like, oh, I should go outside, and then I did. I don't know. I have to think about it.
Do you identify with your sign?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
From what you know about
so.
it, what would you say
But
is the most Capricorn thing about you?
oh gosh, like I love a Google cow. You know, like if I'm gonna hang out with someone, I gotta write it down. I love a list. I want world domination. I like,
Boss babe.
yeah, I just like, I don't know, if I want something done, I just go do it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are you the flaky type?
It depends. Sometimes I'd say I have like really strong boundaries. Like if I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it.
Yep.
Okay. But when you like promise someone that you're going to show up, or like they need something from you, do you tend to be more on the responsible side, or like you have a plan with someone that you actually want to do something with, you tend to show up or flake?
Yeah, I'd say like if I Yeah, no, I don't think that I'm flaky. Like, if I told someone I'd be there, I'll be there. But if something else comes up that I feel like I gotta get done, like, I go do it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
The last thing, let's leave it on. Why do we love our Capricorn friends?
I love Capricorns because they show up when they say they will. I grew up with instability and they make me feel very stable. They are super grounded. And I just like a person who is really practical sometimes because I'm airy-fairy.
And they are inspiring, and like you said, they're inspiring and signs that you can look to and aspire to achieve the things like their success.
Yeah, they are very much like super motivating.
And like they'll work,
successful.
they're not afraid of doing the hard work. They're going to do the hard work, and it's motivating to see that and then see it pay off.
And they never look for the easy way out. Like they understand it's going to take hard work and they're willing to do it. They're not like loophole people.
No.
Not at all.
No.
So,
yeah. They're like end game, long term. Yes. Here for it.
Delayed gratification.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
Tune
you.
in the next one.
Okay.
Tune in for the next one.
Time. Tune in next time.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Tune in next time.
Awesome.